Is this not the worst axle hub nut anyone's ever seen? What is that? This is off a Jeep Cherokee, and try to take a guess which state I live in. How should I take that off? Right. So I decided I'm just gonna cut it off. I got a couple batteries. I got 2 blades. See how she goes. So this is a couple minutes after cutting it with my grinder. Should have got that a little more centered. The camera needs to focus. What I'm gonna try to do is cut a little deeper and take a chisel, see if I can split that nut. And we should be good. I'm not even I'm probably about halfway through the nut. My arm's burning from sparks, so that's great. I'm 15 minutes into this now, and I'm starting to get pretty annoyed. See, I cut it a couple of times. It's not splitting. Hit it with my chisel my nizzle, and nothing. So gotta keep grinding away. So 2 batteries down. Hit it with a hammer. Kind of looks like I'm getting somewhere. Got a new blade on Gator from Ace Hardware. $3, which is kind of overpriced. You could get these at Harbor Freight, which they're like 5 inches for $3, and it comes in a couple blades. See how this holds up. I'm just gonna try to maybe cut that top part off. And we'll be home free. So that Ace blade was a little shaky. I had to hold it at a different angle, but look at that. It's off. Now I could get that hub off. I'm replacing the hub and the axle. So I was able to get the CV shaft out by just removing the bolt on the upper control arm, not removing this other stuff. Okay, I got the wheel hub out. I used this beater and the combination of bolt that bent. So you take the bolt and you want the threads all the way to the head. You don't want a spacer, and you want it long enough where it can hit the knuckle. See how it extends past the hub? And if you have a nicer bolt, mine's not very nice, it bent, but you know, if you have hardened steel, you can reuse these things, and you can be prepared for the next time you gotta pull a crappy hub. So basically you hold this nut, drive it, and it pushes stress. Sometimes you could just get it out with the nut most of the time. So when I'm holding the stress with the nut, hitting it with the beater thingy and 12-pound hammer, and it come out. And this CV shaft has got an extension. It goes through like a carrier thing. So if you're ordering the part and you're like, what? Why does it have this long shaft? Well, you can't see it. It's hidden in this carrier that goes into the transmission. So this is the part you need. This is what it looks like. And luckily, the only thing that came off on this vehicle easily is the CV shaft. I stuck a pry bar in between there and pried it out, and it separated. So now it's loose. It's ready for me to pull out, and I'm gonna stick this in. So you want this clip to be 12 o'clock position, facing up. That way when it goes in, it doesn't catch, and smooth sailing, hopefully. Okay, so I did end up having to remove the tie rod end here. Disconnect the sway bar link. You should replace these. And I had to disconnect the strut mount to the knuckle. You push down real hard and you can get this shaft in between the knuckle and that. So that's how you get it separated. That's how you get it back in. You gotta take everything freaking apart. So when you're finished, when you think you're finished, make sure that you have everything torqued to spec. Axle nut, control arm, tie rod end, sway bar link, strut bolt. Make sure your brake bracket bolts are tight. Clean up the mess. That's a job well done.